happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Amen Thompson, Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Dylan Brooks, and it's Green in at the point guard. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Şengün with the screen for Green. Out to the right wing. Şengün with a screen on DiVincenzo. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Şengün with the bucket.
And an eye for... An eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's DiVincenzo. McDaniel sets a screen for DiVincenzo. And that one is stuffed right through.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Green against McDaniel. Good on the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Green after the basket by Minnesota. Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. He misses the free throw. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right?
Because finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about. Nasty. That is a tough contest-worthy move. Green just putting on a show right there.
DiVincenzo against Green. It's rebounded by Houston.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish that.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
What's new? Green takes the hit, completes the play, goes to the line looking for one more.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
And good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint will be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Randall passes to Edwards. Randall a screen on Thompson. Outside Edwards with the shot. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Şengün with a screen on McDaniel. The Timberwolves trade. Pass to Randall. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just naturally strong. We've seen more than one defender sort of just bounce off Randall. He's used to it.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The Timberwolves gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge. You gotta have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Green gets to Şengün. Pass to Brooks. Green deciding where to go with it. Easton passes to Green. 6 on the shot clock. And they get it. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Normally he drains that.
Here's McDaniels. Finished off the break.
Oh, nice read there from Edwards. He's all for sharing the wealth.
Rockets trail by 7. Here's Thompson. Out to Brooks. Outside, Green. And he drives in, and Green slams it in.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Minnesota. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks, then it's Green, and it's Thompson in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Green. 5 on the clock. Minnesota with the rebound.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Edwards against Green. Edwards inside. That's a 2 from Randall. Green with the rebound.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And the basket by Gobert. Hey, Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And here's Green outside. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And Thompson sends it back. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Rockets trail by 5. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. but I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Rockets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Şengün with a screen on Edwards. And here's Brooks from outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert has got 4 rebounds in this game. Edwards kicks to Randall. Out to Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Thompson outside, trying to get something.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
DiVincenzo against Green. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. That one on Thompson. Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And Edwards drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Randall against Eason. Crafty move. There's the drive.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Şengün with the screen for Eason. Back to Green. It's stolen by Randall. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Second team foul.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Randall finds DiVincenzo. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. 6 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Thompson passes to Eason. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Timberwolves lead by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Miller. Dillingham is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Reed. And it's Minot in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Tate the pass to Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
Alexander Walker. Tate covering. The shot's good from Alexander Walker. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Here's Alexander Walker. Tate covering. Tries it from 9. And he overshot that one, missing. Rockets trail by 6. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Landale pass to Green. It's Whitmore, top of the key. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Miller grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Such a wide open look. And that's now 7 points for Cam Whitmore.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Pass to Dillingham. Good. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Whitmore with it. 7 points in the game. There's the 3. Einad pulls it in. Here's Alexander Walker. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Rate of baskets assisted. It's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tate in the post. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota leading by 8. Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Tate. Here's Alexander Walker. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Green finds Smith. Here's Whitmore. Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. And then Smith with the dunk.
Forget about those three-point shots. Jabari dunked. Yeah, they're just a little bit easier.
And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher. Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And the foul on Jayshawn Tate. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's the pick. Pass to Dillingham. .43 seconds left to play here in the third. That one drops for him. Rockets trail by 8. And here is Tate. Still yet to score. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Miller outside. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? A three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Timberwolves. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Green. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson, and it's Brooks in at the three.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
Edwards looking it over. Randall outside. McDaniels gets a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Green against McDaniels. And Green slams it in.
This is what Green loves to do, getting strong positioning inside and going to work.
Edwards against Green. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Green gets to Şengün. Knocked away. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Traps in the tray. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just a beautiful jump shot. Green is the prototype NBA 2-guard.
Here's Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Green. Now here's Gobert. Stolen by Brooks. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Ball's knocked loose. And now the Timberwolves on the break. For 3, Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets trail by 3. Now Green. Just 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
And both free throws good for Green. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Green. Eason gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. They now take the lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. DiVincenzo against Green. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the inside, Brooks. They kick it out to Green. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, on the wire, this is what it's for.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
In a tight game, he is exactly who we wanted at the line.
With the drive, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
At the line for 2, Jaden McDaniel.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Here's Green. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that bucket.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the arm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Out left of the wing. Here's McDaniels. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
There's 45 seconds left in the game. It's stolen by Edwards. Outside for Randall. Frames it from downtown.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Randall against Easton. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Şengün with a screen on McDaniel. Back to Green. Here's the 3. The 3 won't fall. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst-case scenario for them is OT.
Brooks from outside. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
basket. Ball. All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. We've got Wembanyama. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4-man position. And for Minnesota, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Randle deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. And it's Randle with the jam.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which Coach admits could be fool's errand.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
Randle on the screen. Here is DiVincenzo. Pass to Randle. Picked by Gobert. From downtown, and that's good. Randle for 3. Randle's got 5.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him. Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Now DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Barnes. Outside, DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Wembanyama. Wide open look. Rebound Minnesota.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Edwards. No good on the 3. All by himself. Here's Castle. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Picked by Gobert. Pass to Randle. That one is off. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Wembanyama, screen on Edwards. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
For 3, DiVincenzo. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Here's Fox. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Pass to Castle. Now here's Wembanyama. Baseline jumper right on the money.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And Minnesota with possession here. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Randall on the screen. Here's DiVincenzo, and Fox comes to help. Gobert passes to Randall. Back to Gobert. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. And here's Edwards outside. Nails it from 3.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Pass to Castle. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. The finish! And the layup is good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Fox. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials get... After the review, the floor is overturned. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
But to me,
good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 5. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Clock at 2. Edwards. Ooh, the soft touch from Edwards.
Beating the buzzer just by a whisker. Edwards with the flair for the dramatic.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates, and he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Outside, DiVincenzo. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. DiVincenzo's got 9 points.
Funky finish by DiVincenzo there, using the floater as a way to neutralize the shot blocker.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Castle. DiVincenzo covering. And the basket by Castle.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Edwards looking it over. Edwards driving, and Edwards slams it in.
Whoa, slamming it home on the taller defender. What swag.
Out to Fox, outside Wembanyama. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here's Edwards outside. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a three-level scorer.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Picked by Gobert. Randall, pass to Gobert. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Outside, DiVincenzo. Wembanyama with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Minnesota again missing. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Castle. Pass to Barnes. 3-pointer. Sinks the tray. Barnes has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Barnes, one of the best catch-and-shoot guys around. Awesome at filling out the defense and then taking advantage of what's available.
And Fox comes to help. Gobert finds Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Second chance shot. Gobert showing his skill inside.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Fox against McDaniels. From deep, Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Here's Castle, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 9. Five on the clock. Pass to Gobert. Banked it in off the glass.
This is Gobert's comfort zone, using his size to capitalize down there.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Here's Wembanyama. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the game.
Being opportunistic, just taking what the defense allows.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 10. No one covering. Give him 8. And so it's San Antonio with it. 8-point game. Here's Fox, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Massey in at the 5 down low. Right side, Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. Miller against Johnson. Pass to Sohan. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. Reed, a screen on Vassell. From the corner. Nice D from Vassell. Spurs trail by 4. Sohan inside. Yes, it's good. Sohan's got 4 points this quarter.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his play. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Pass to Champagny for the tie. Can't capitalize inside.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Minnesota has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. A slam dunk by Reed.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Vassell's shot is good.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Bassey, the pass to Sohan. Ball stolen. Outside, Alexander Walker. Launches it. Sohan with a rebound.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
On the wing, Vassell. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Bassey. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Minnesota in the lead. Reed, a screen on Vassell. Let's go with a 3. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Alexander Walker's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Picked up by Sohan. Now Vassell. And there's a pick. Pass to Bassey. Shot clock at 6. Off target on the 15-footer.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Into the lane. Rebound by San Antonio. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Sohan outside. Pass to Bassey. Here's Champagny. Vassell right side. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Vassell. Alexander Walker with it. Back to Reed. Blocked. It could go. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. 4-3, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
DiVincenzo really setting the tone offensively. Fantastic stuff from him tonight.
Here's Fox. Oh, Fox gets up and throws it down.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's McDaniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
Pass to Castle. Now Barnes. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Castle. DiVincenzo covering. Clock at 6. The 3 from Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama just too good.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
DiVincenzo, the pass to Gobert. For 3. They grab their own miss. Second chance effort. McDaniels finds Gobert. Randle is screen on Fox. For 3, DiVincenzo. Ooh, making his presence felt. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Puts up a 3. Boom! Fox with a triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Gobert against Wembanyama. Left side McDaniels. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barnes passes to Fox. And here's Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, it's Wemby!
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Beyond the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Barnes passes to Fox. 1:52 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. The 3 from Wembanyama. Tries again. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Castle. And finally, they hit one.
Yeah, this kid Castle loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
DiVincenzo against Fox. Outside, DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Fox. Minnesota again missing.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Inside. Kelishvili passes to Fox to take the lead. It counts, and the foul. It's on Dante. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves, and if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from Coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Free throw's good for Fox.
In a tight game, this is who they want taking these shots.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen on Fox. DiVincenzo against Fox. DiVincenzo pass to Gobert. And here's Randall. Back to Gobert.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Wembanyama screen. The 3-ball. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor. It's not over yet.
Outside Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Oh, it's good! He hit it!
Unbelievable shot. I have no idea how he gets that to fall.
Well, thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit, but in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
And the starting group for the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the four-man position. Here's Castle, following the score by Houston. Wembanyama, a screen on Green, driving inside. And the basket by Castle.
Castle so good up and down the lane.
And once again, Coach, this storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
Here's Şengün. San Antonio with the rebound. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Wembanyama, a screen on Green. Outside, Fox. Drills it from outside. Fox has got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Thompson finds Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Castle. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And the first one drops. That one drops. He ties it up. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That one goes in. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the game.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Here's Castle. Great defense that time from Şengün. For Houston, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Brooks, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Thompson outside. He takes it in, and Thompson slams it home.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill front. Now, here's Fox. He has 5. And Wembanyama outside. The 3. Carries it from three-point range. Wembanyama's got 7 points.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Green. 27 seconds left in the first. Şengün passes to Eason. Chalk up 2 there.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Now, Green. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's San Antonio. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Thompson. And it's Green in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Fox. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
And here's the fast break. Here's Castle. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a bounce.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That'll put De'Aaron Fox on the line. That's on Jalen Green. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
Now, here's Green. High post, Şengün. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Looking to end the run, and stolen by Barnes. In transition, here comes San Antonio. The wide open look here for Fox. Kelishvili passes to Fox. Barnes can't get it to go.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. DA thanks. And so it's Houston with it, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Green in the post. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Ito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Here's Green, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Latrey sinks the triple. Green's got 7 points.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. And Green slams it in.
And once he gets going, Green is a load to stop. Long, athletic, with a terrific handle.
Castle misses. Rockets trail by 7. And Thompson kicks to Brooks. Pass to Şengün. Back to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Green with a screen for Brooks. Out to Thompson for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Şengün against Wembanyama. Over Şengün. The kick out to Fox. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough. Having himself a night.
Here's Green driving in. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
The drive by Green. Good D by Barnes.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Castle. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Outside, Green. Over Castle. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court right now for the Spurs, the forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Bassey in at the 5 spot. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Spurs leading by 15. Knocks it loose. Tate with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up for the finish. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And the basket by Vassell.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all three levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a three-point shot.
San Antonio with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. And that one, good. Vassell's got 7 points for the quarter.
And just attacking the paint. Vassell knows better than to hold back.
Pass to Landale. Tate with the ball. Here's Whitmore. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Landale. That shot off the mark. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Bucket is good. Vassell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Now, I'm not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Here's Whitmore. Covered by Vassell. Smith with a screen on Vassell. Fires the three. That one's not going to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. San Antonio shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Here's Vassell. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. Green, the pass to Landale. Out to Smith. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Offensive rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. Smith outside. Second chance shot. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Here's Vassell. Rockets with the rebound. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Green with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Tate. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Vassell outside. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. To the wing on the left. Landale pass to Smith. Inside. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up flows.
Vassell outside. Here's Johnson. And it's good for 2. And the Spurs lead by 14.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Whitmore with it, covered by Vassell. Green with a screen for Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws
slows it down. You feel bad for the rim.
Vassell outside. It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs enjoying a 12-point lead. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Thompson is out there with Green. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Spurs leading by 14. Eason finds Green. And Green slams it in.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
Barnes outside. And stolen by Sengun. Brooks with it. Out guarded by Fox. Eason.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Shoots the 3, drills the three-pointer. Brooks has got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson against Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer and finding the open man.
Here's Eason. Back to Green, out to the wing. Sengun with a wide open look. No good from outside. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Castle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Brooks setting the pick for Green. Out to Brooks. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Here's Eason, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Now, here's Fox. Spurs passing it around. And stolen by Thompson. Brooks from outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Sengun. And Sengun throws it down.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Brooks, the pass to Green, and he's going to get whistled for that foul. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Green. Eason with a screen for Green. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot up. San Antonio with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Fox. And the foul on Torrey Eason. That's his first foul. Vassell, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Castle. Clock at 6. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
What a play from the rookie. Castle showing this team they can rely on him when it counts.
Green deciding where to go with it. Now Thompson. Green with a screen on Barnes. They kick it out to Green for the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Here's San Antonio. 6-point game.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show them how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
Here's Green. Eason with a screen for Green. Here's Vassell. Wembanyama high post. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And so it's San Antonio with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many.
Live on 2. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Edwards against Thompson. Outside for Randle. Three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, a wide-open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
It's Eason with the jam.
Well, we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Green off the drive. Outside Eason. Edwards against Green. Tries yet again. And he lays it up and in.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. On the wing, Green. McDaniels covering. Green in the post. Working on McDaniels. Eason can't get it to go. The Timberwolves trail.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Brooks defending. Pass to Edwards. The three is up. Here's Gobert. Second shot opportunity. And he takes it up and lays it in. And that ties it up.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
Green, the pass to Şengün. Outside for Brooks. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside, DiVincenzo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has been.
Oh! Gets you some!
Showing some power! And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Edwards against Thompson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Back to Thompson. pulls down the board.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. Here's Green. He's got 7. Here he goes, and it's hammered home by Green.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. For 3, DiVincenzo. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Rockets. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Another strength for them today, guys, mid-range shooting. Normally the defense wants to give you that shot. Let's see if they adjust at all.
So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. That one goes. Count it. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Green, the pass to Şengün. Back to Green. Wow, Green with the flush.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
Randle, a screen on Thompson. Pass to Randle. Shoots over Eason. DiVincenzo against Green. Here's McDaniels. And the shot goes down. McDaniels got 9.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer, no good. Minnesota leading by 4. And it's McDaniels off the drive.
Julius Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
Now here's Green. He's got 11. Another miss by Green.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
On the wing, Green. McDaniels covering. Thompson against Edwards. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
For 3, DiVincenzo buries it from 3. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Here's Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Gobert goes up and brings it down.
Well, spectacular athleticism from the 7-foot center Gobert. Wow.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Thompson scanning the floor. From outside, off the mark.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Randall outside. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels inside. Green covering. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Thompson finds Eason. Şengün, a screen on Randall. Back to Thompson from behind the arc. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Edwards against Thompson. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Nice move. Gobert using his size to his advantage.
Well, this is exactly where Rudy Gobert looks to score. The more dangerous he becomes, the closer he gets to the basket.
Outside Eason. There's the 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Minnesota going into the break up 12. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. One of the stories here, Jaden McDaniels getting it done today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Jabari Smith out there with Jock Landale. Then there's Whitmore. Then there's Jeff Green. And it's Tate in at the 2. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Landale with a screen. Here's Whitmore outside. Minnesota with a rebound. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Alexander Walker. Lays it up and banks it in. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket in this one.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it. Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Reed sets a screen. To the wing, right side. Pass to Miller. Back to Reed. This one for 3. Smith with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Whitmore with it. Covered by Alexander Walker. Outside Whitmore. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Minnesota on D, leading by 12. Outside Whitmore. And the layup is good off the glass. Whitmore's got 7 points in the game.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 7.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Whitmore outside. The shot won't fall. The Timberwolves lead by 10.
2 minutes.
Back to Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. For Houston, they've got 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A minute 42 left in the third. And here's Tate outside. Minot pulls it in. Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Outside, Alexander Walker. From deep. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 10. That's good from Tate on the assist by Smith.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, so he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. Here's Alexander Walker, and he slams it in one-handed.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Here's Whitmore outside. Offensive board. Not going to go that time. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Shannon. That 3's off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Tate passes to Landale. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Reed for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Reed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Landale. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Minnesota earning this break in the action, up 10. Getting lots of great looks. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Timberwolves. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And the second free throw is good. Here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels with it. He's picked up by Eason. Here's Randle. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Well, that's Randle working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. The drive by Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randle getting downhill and leaves no doubt.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Green, and he drives in. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Thompson with a steal. Jacks up a 3. On target from range.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Pass to Gobert. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Green against DiVincenzo.
Nice defense right there from Green. I mean, he's making his presence felt.
To the paint. Randall with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards for 3. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game more. Staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example. He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Second team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Randall. Clock at 6. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Shoots over Eason. And it's Randall that time. On the assist by DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves lead by 11. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. To the inside. Tipped. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards for 3. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Şengün.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Basket counts.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Minnesota leading by 9. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
To the middle. Gobert passes to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Oh! Gobert hammers it home.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Back to Green. .114 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Eason. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates. You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Thompson outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14. Edwards fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Şengün. Brooks against DiVincenzo. Now here's Brooks. Tightly guarded. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low. They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Just 5 to shoot. Green for 3.
Houston foul. Thompson. First personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up by 9.
Randall taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when
Ready for... Some NBA bench and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for San Antonio, Fox is out there with Castle. Then it's Barnes. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 slot. RJ, kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Wembanyama against McDaniel. Barnes sets a screen for Wembanyama. Good, nice job down low.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Pass to Edwards. Randle outside. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target from outside. Here's San Antonio now. Stolen by McDaniels. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Barnes. In transition, here comes San Antonio. To the left side wing. A 3 from Wembanyama. And rebounded by McDaniels. This one for 3. That one's no good. 0-1 to begin the game. Now we'll go to David Aldridge. You had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. So it's the Spurs now, following the 3 by Minnesota. Here's Castle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Now, here's Fox. Wembanyama outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
And Edwards slams it in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now Edwards. McDaniel sets a screen for Edwards. to Gobert. 6 to shoot. Randall down low. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Wembanyama passes to Kelishvili. Three-pointer, Fox. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
1:30 left in the first quarter. Fox finds Wembanyama. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Fox with it. Picked up by Edwards. Fox against Edwards. Fox, no good.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
For Minnesota, they have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Fox against DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. He has 6. Three-pointer, Randall. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Gobert against Wembanyama. Three-pointer, Fox. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Looks like Fox was itching to answer back with that 3. He is a capable shooter when he's in attack mode.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Five on the clock. Edwards drawing the double team. Here's Randall, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him. Flushing it on a much taller defender, that is just filthy.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here's DiVincenzo, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Castle is out there with Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Kelishvili in at the 4 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Minnesota leading by 5. Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, in 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
Here is Edwards following the bucket by the Spurs. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
And unbothered by the contact inside, Edwards plays the game with so much physicality.
Here's Fox. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And, you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step-back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. McDaniel sets a screen for DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for Payne. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Castle. Drops in the layup for 2.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Randall is doubled. Now here's McDaniel. Guarded closely. Pass to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Tries from 16. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Wembanyama, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Castle. Back to Barnes. Here's Castle. Wembanyama, that's for 2. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Randall no good. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter, and that one's good. Mamukelashvili.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here is Edwards after the basket by San Antonio. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it. And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 8. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Castle. Edwards defending. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Fox.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Now here's McDaniel. DiVincenzo with the screen on Barnes. It's to Gobert. Edwards looking it over. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. That's 10 points for Anthony Edwards.
clock's ticking, but Edwards able to deliver, not allowing the shot clock to throw him off his game.
Here's Castle, defended by DiVincenzo. The kick out to Fox. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. Randall from outside, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Spurs. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Miller. Naj Reid out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Shannon in at the 2. Vassell outside. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Here's Vassell. Following the 3 by Minnesota. Beyond the arc. Here's Bassey. Sinks that one from the post. Bassey's got 4 this quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Vassell with it, and it's Miller picking him up. To Champagny. And here is Vassell. Scoreless thus far. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Shannon. The Timberwolves again can't hit. I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at times. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Spurs leading by 9. Champagny passes to Bassey. Now here's Vassell. Defended by Alexander-Walker. That one falls. Bassey's got 6.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes it back.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. So it's the Spurs now following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Vassell outside. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 12. Bangs home the trifecta. Alexander-Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Spurs passing it around. Here's Bassett, and he jams it with authority.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
San Antonio leading by 11. Vassell with it. Right wing. Zohan, the pass to Vassell. There's a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the jumper.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Miller with the ball. Zohan's there. Down low. Here's Reed. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a
second team foul. It's overturned. Shooting for Minnesota.
The officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Here's Vassell. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's San Antonio holding on. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. Wembanyama's out there with Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Castle. And that one's good. Mamu Kelishvili.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
McDaniels against Barnes. For 3, Edwards. A rebound by the Spurs. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. In a deep 3 from Fox. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 13-point game. Now, here's Fox. Pass to Castle. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
And the Spurs with possession after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. It's Edwards on the wing. That 3 off the mark. San Antonio leading by 15. Here's Castle. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Another miss by Minnesota. San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They get the rebound. Out to Edwards. The 3-ball. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
Here is Edwards, following the bucket by the Spurs. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the outs, Greg, yeah, showing off the bunnies. Oh, here is Edwards. Offensive rebound, Gobert. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Randall no good. Spurs leading by 16. Fox passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for San Antonio.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
That bucket in no time at all. And the Spurs lead by 18.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
In a deep 3 from Fox. It's off. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
To 2. Sports and another exciting. Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. And for the Spurs, Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the power forward position. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got 2 main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama, screen on Green. Shot clock at 5.
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Here's Green. Knocks it loose. To the inside, Mamukelashvili. These are his first free throws of the game. And he drops the first. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
And here we go, the Rockets in transition. And it's hammered home by Green.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that world-class speed to get out ahead of everybody else.
Wembanyama, screen on Green. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but 1 more and they'll be over the limit.
Here's Castle. And there's a 3-second violation. For Houston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Brooks. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
And this is what Brooks loves to do. Attacking the defense and scoring right on them with the foul.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the game here. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. The shake. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Brooks. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Inside, here's Castle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Back to Şengün. Offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. Takes a three. Outside for Green. Now here's Şengün. Defense right on him. Fires for three. Pass to Green. Back to Şengün. Fires from deep. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Smooth jumper there by Şengün. He's working on stretching things out more when he can.
Wembanyama, screen on Thompson. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Soft touch off the glass.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Green for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Castle dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Green. Misses the three. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to Şengün. Over Wembanyama. And so the first quarter is in the books. San Antonio on top. They're up by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So the Houston 5 right now. Dylan Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Green. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. From deep, Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 4. On the wing, Brooks. Here's the 3. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' 3-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Wembanyama, screen on Green. Pass to Wembanyama from the arc. Ooh, Wembanyama, just too good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Green. Drives to the hoop. And it's hammered home by Green.
Wow, Green looks almost unstoppable out there, crashing through the defense and getting into his shot.
Fox against Thompson. Fox on the take. And it's Fox with the jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Outside, Green. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Stolen by Thompson. Going all the way to the rack. He goes up, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Outside Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you've just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And Şengün gets it to go.
He's got a real nice feel for the game. Şengün's quick to make the most of an open look when it avails itself.
Fox feeling it out a bit. Takes it inside.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Thompson with a screen. Here's Green, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on De'Aaron Fox.
Boy, I believe Green has all the tools to be a phenomenal scorer in this league. Just needs to continue to develop.
And both free throws good for Green. Spurs lead by 4. Fox outside. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. The 3 from Wembanyama. They get the rebound. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Now Fox. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. Ooh, nice work inside by Fox.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome, absolutely awesome, getting good positioning close to the basket.
On the wing, Green. He has 6. Pass to Şengün. Here's Eason. The 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
And it's Eason penetrating. Green up top. Over Kessel. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
I like when Green aggressively hunts his shot. He's a very impressive offensive player for as young as he is.
To the paint. Stolen by Wembanyama. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. Three-pointer, Brooks. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Rockets trail by 4. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Champagnie at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. Tate, a screen on Vassell. Pass to Landale. And here's Tate. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 hits the trifecta. Tate's got his first 3 points of the game.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Now here's Vassell. Whitmore defending. Sweet little floater. And the Spurs lead by 3.
And when Wings take it down low, good things happen.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Here's the floater. Here's Bassi. Pass to Champagny from outside the arc. Counted from distance. Champagny's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Up top, Whitmore. He's guarded by Vassell. Landale, the pass to Smith. And he banks in the layup.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Vassell outside. On the take. Here's Bassi. The kick out to Johnson. And another shot. It's good. Bassi's got his first basket.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Outside Whitmore. Smith outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. And I love the physical play from Sohan inside. Mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he sinks the second. Rockets trail by 5. Outside Whitmore. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And he puts up a 3. Landale misses. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Bassi, good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And a nice finish on the layup. And now it's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Here's Whitmore. And that one is stuffed right through.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Nice D from Vassell.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Champagny, that's good. Rockets trail by 9. Outside Tate. Picked by Smith. Tate passes to Landale. Tate inside. Back to Landale. Rebound by San Antonio. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Vassell. He drops it from range. Vassell's got 7 points here in the quarter.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Outside Whitmore. Tate, a screen on Vassell. Pass to Tate. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 3. And he lobs it up. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, if there's anybody who can ignite a crowd with his dunks, it's Jabari. He throws them down with power.
They set a pick. Vassell outside. Pass to Johnson. Back to Vassell. And he gets that one. Vassell's got 9 points now in the second half.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Blocked! And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on board.
Wembanyama, screen on Thompson.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And here it. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Alperon Şengün. Dylan Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Green in at the point guard position. Thompson's shot is off. San Antonio leading by 14. Fox double team. Down low, Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Houston. Eason's got 4 rebounds now. Now Şengün. Pass to Eason. Six to shoot. Uses the glass on the layup.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. And the Spurs lead by 15.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Outside, Green. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
3 on 3. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team.
Tipped away. And Green comes to help. And they're on the break. Jumps up. And it's hammered home by Green.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Spurs lead by 9. Barnes passes to Fox. Castle for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Şengün, the screen. Here's Green. And it's Green punching it home.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And the basket by Castle.
What a statement from Castle tonight, proving to the league he's going to be a problem for years to come.
Outside, Green. Thompson with a screen. In close, Green puts it in.
This has been fun to watch. I mean, they've managed to go on a run just when it looked like this might be over.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
Crafty move. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Right side, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Fox.
Boy, I'm puzzled, baffled, confused. How does such an elite finisher not throw that one down? Scratching my head, shaking it too.
The 3 from Wembanyama. Rockets with a rebound. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Şengün finds Thompson. Driving inside, banked it in off the glass. Here's Castle. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock. Don't turn it over.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Castle. Green covering. Shot clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Unloads. Wembanyama, no good. And here are the Rockets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Thompson goes in. And so it's San Antonio with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And B.A., they showed their